Hello, I'm Dennis Howard. I'm here today with Carson L to talk about milling machines, how they work, what they do, and why they are essential. Carson, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Carson L. I'm our regional aftermarket manager for RDO Equipment and our road building and minerals group. Part of that is our working division.
If I bought this milling machine, or if I put it to work, what would I be using it for?
It is for asphalt and concrete removal of a road surface. Asphalt's the most common. This size machine is usually more related to parking lots and detail style work.
If I'm a contractor, how do I pick the right machine for the application?
What size project are you doing? If you're doing main line, full lane removal, you're gonna want a bigger machine than this. You're gonna be looking for a 220, a 250, you're going all the way down to like a 50 or a 60. So the size of the project and the cutting width is obviously the most important. How wide do you need to cut? There is a lot of state and federal jobs that require jobs to be cut in a certain amount of passes or a certain width. So if they want that entire road lane removed in one shot, you gotta have a cutting width wide enough to do that, like a 12-foot machine. So that comes into play with the 220s and the 250s.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you cut around manholes, you're not doing that with a 220.
No, you're not. Nope.
Yeah, you got to go small. And then the smaller, you can get the smaller ones with or without conveyors.
Correct.
So everybody's used to seeing a conveyor, but if you get to that manhole one again, you may or may not have conveyors.
Yeah, the actual smallest machines, they have rear discharge conveyors. So it can, if you're doing a hallway, it can actually load the material behind you or put it on the ground. So pretty unique. And then these conveyors do fold as well, and that's something that helps with transport purposes. They can get them down low, they can get them tight, and make them easier to get on and off of jobs in and out of roads.
Explain to me why that's a W and this is a WR.
Yeah, so this is most commonly referred to as a reclaimer. Some guys will call them stabilizers, or grinders is very common as well. Big difference between the two is where a mill is going to be creating the road for resurface. This is usually actually going to be grinding that road up. So whether they start from that road as it sits down or they mill off first and then grind it, think of it as a giant rototiller. It's just mixing and grinding all that asphalt, all that material in it. If it's doing road, if it's doing stabilization, they're putting down some sort of cement powder of Portland, lime, etc., mixing it into the ground, and creates a harder base material to either put a road on or actually even build buildings on as well.
So we have customers that'll take the highway like we're standing next to and take this and go down 12 inches and they just destroy the highway and then come back and restabilize it, get it ready. Most people don't understand that the base is more important than the top of the highway. If the base is bad, the highway will never be right.
That's correct. A lot of times if they're milling, it's the physical base of that road is a lot of times still okay. And if they're reclaiming, it's because the base actually itself needs to be reproduced as well.
So it could be a reclaimer today and a stabilizer tomorrow.
Correct.
If you're reclaiming that road.
Yeah, the application a lot of times determine what people will be calling it.
And we have customers that use it for both interchangeable and just use it for one or the other.
Absolutely.
That's the difference between a W and the WR. What's the number one issue people have with mills?
Not maintaining them properly.
All right, that's probably a good one. Yeah.
Everything on them is a moving part, whether it's the conveyor, the teeth, the tracks. Guys just not realizing that there's a lot of maintenance to them. They got to keep them clean, and they got to keep them maintained. If they do that, they can live a long, healthy life.
The drum itself, there's a lot of technology in that drum. The way it's milled, the way it's designed, the way it's balanced. So part of that maintenance, if you're not maintaining that properly, you can get that off and create a lot of problems.
Absolutely, and what's really unique about most of WIRTGEN's machines is that the drums can be changed in and out for different widths. So although standard, this machine might be a 4-foot machine, you can actually have it go all the way down to a 1-foot, 2-foot, 3-foot. Well, when you do that, there's additional maintenances that need to be considered too to make sure that, you know, your rear door scrapers, your teeth, your holders, and all those things are, you know, set up properly to do those different applications.
So one of the things we do at RDO is we do winter inspections. So we will do a winter inspection on the mill. We can come out or you can bring it in and we'll do a complete, let you know what's wrong with it. Kind of explain that process a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So something very common, especially up here, currently we're standing in Minnesota. We get winter up here, believe it or not. Our customers really love, when they're shut down for the season, they bring them into our shops. We have our factory trained certified technicians and they will crawl up and down this machine top to bottom. They're gonna find loose bolts, any leaks, but also Most importantly, they're gonna find things to prevent next season downtime. You know, that's the key, especially in our short seasons here to the north. We gotta find anything that's gonna cause a mid-season breakdown. They'll crawl up and down it and look at everything and put together a comprehensive quote, allow our customers to make those decisions on what they feel is needed.
Well, WIRTGEN is known for their mills. There's no question. It's the world leader in mills. They make the best mills, lots of options, very, very high quality product. Is there anything else that the audience needs to know about this mill or any mill in particular at all?
I think the biggest thing for them to be aware of is making sure that they're properly trained in the usage of them. These machines aren't like a dozer or an excavator where anybody can kind of hop in the seat and start figuring it out. There's a lot to do with them. They're very easy to operate. If you're not trained in them, you can cause some issues, whether in the road you're resurfacing improperly or in machine damages. So I think the most important thing is making sure that the crew is trained and capable of running them. And the great thing about that is RDO has people to assist in that. We have product specialists that can help with their trainings, their startups, their maintenances, can really be that one solution provider for them.
RDO does have all that support, and if you don't know what you're doing, first off, we won't rent you one if you don't know, and then if you do know, if you need to learn, we'll be glad to teach you what you need to know.
Absolutely.
Carson, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm Dennis Howard. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and reach out to any RDO location if you have any questions about anything we talk about on the track. Thank you. We kind of want this in the backdrop, or do you want the highway in the backdrop?
The highway?
I mean...